to Audiotree Live. Today is March 26, 2025, and I'm your host, FINGY. Before we get into today's session, I do urge you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay in the loop with all the amazing music we have going down in this studio. With that being said, we're on all streaming services, so Spotify, Apple Music, you name it, we are there. But today we have Jordan in the studio, all the way from Montreal. His music explores intimacy, apprehension, and emotional constructs through reverberant, lo-fi, electronic, sonic solace. He's appreciated far and wide, and especially here today. So without further ado, let's take it away. Hey guys, this has always perplexed us here at Audiotree. Over 88% of you that watch our show are not subscribed to our channel. Kind of wild, right? So could you please do us a favor? If you like this show and you like discovering new music and you wish to support us, the free and simple way to do that is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And our commitment to you, if you do that, our team will continue to book the best bands we can, listen to your feedback, and book who you want to hear on this show, continuing to capture and share astounding music to you all. Thank you. Thank you all so much for being here.
It's our pleasure.
Jordan, if I may, I would like to pick your brain a little bit, take it back a while. Do you remember when music first caught your ear, how old you were, what resonated?
Yeah, I was 7 years old. I was at a Angèle Dubois concert. She's a popular violinist in Quebec. And my mom was like, "Hey, I saw you resonate with her music on the radio. Would you like to go see her concert?" I was like, "Absolutely." And I got there and was like, "Mom, I want to play violin." I was 7, and we've done that for like 8 or 9 years at the conservatory, and then I just branched out to other instruments and started producing.
Wow. Okay, so clearly you were brought up in a household that valued that artistic contribution.
I was the first musician in my family. I think she valued curiosity.
Oh, that's
Thanks, Mom.
beautiful. Yeah, thanks, Mom. And how was that, being conservatory based and then shifting into a more non-traditional form? Was that dissonant at all, or it just flowed?
When you do the classical way, there's a lot of context, there's a lot of rigidity and pressure. I was just happy to explore a domain that's not as rigid and where I could pave my own way,
Yeah. And when do you feel in that point of the timeline, you went from exploring and experimenting to feeling solid in your abilities to translate your creativity in this form?
A lot of terrible covers on YouTube. Yeah. Did like 50 of them. I was like, okay, that's quite enough.
What was a cover you did that either you're very proud of or you maybe rather not?
I think my first one was just pure. It covered like Full Circle by Half Moon Run. I recorded everything on my iPad. It was just like, it was just cute, I guess.
Yeah. So do you think you went like the emulation route into the creation route where you're trying to figure out how to get it across referencing other artists before you started making your own?
Yeah. Through those years, I kind of drew some inspiration every now and everywhere in there. And at some point, I was put in contact with the folks from Men I Trust, and that's when we started to work on the new songs. I was ready, I did a lot of mistakes producing. I was like, okay, now I'm ready to, pitch some inspirations and get, the real tune started. And that's where we started. That was 2017, 2018.
Okay. So then now that we're there in the timeline, around that time or a bit after, did you start getting this global recognition? I saw you're popping in China. How did a Montreal-based artist go that far? What was that process?
That's a good question. But yeah, there were definitely some steps. We've seen some resonance in Korea 2020, 2021. It's like, okay, there might be something there. We were playlisted in the States through these years as well. So it was just like small bits of development. But the China bit was just very immediate. It was a Douyin like Chinese TikTok trend. There was this video about the Malacca Strait, and someone filmed the Malacca Strait and put one of my songs in slow motion, like 0.8 speed, reverb, whatnot. And the video, they got very popular, and people were wondering who was behind this track, and that's where it all started. And I was like, okay, what am I doing with this? Yeah. And I got decent help from my team, and we seized the opportunity and I guess did something fun out of it.
Yeah. And have you seen the differences between like Eastern and Western musical culture, and do you have a certain preference post doing so much Eastern touring?
I've seen it definitely more live during concerts. I feel like there's a sense of commitment in the East. Like they're going to the concert, they see it, they're attentive, the song is done, amazing, and then you move on to it. It's nice. It's nice.
That is.
You really feel like whatever you have to present, people will be very attentive to it and get the most out of what you have to offer.
Yeah. Does that almost like become reminiscent of your conservatory bass where people come to, listen to your, what's it called? Thank you. Your recitals. And do you feel like it's a similar attentiveness there?
I didn't think of it that way, but now that you mention it, there is some form of similarities, absolutely. Where in the West, it's more like, we're going out, just having a drink, we're chilling, we're dancing. It's more like I don't know, wavy.
Yeah. Nonchalant.
Nonchalant.
Right,
There's
right.
a little je ne sais quoi.
Exactly. And then I saw recently you put out a new single with an artist, Pepe. Is that?
Yeah, that's it, Do Pepe.
Oh, beautiful. And how did that come about? Was that through touring, meeting up with her, or what was that collaboration like?
Partially, but we work with this marketing supplier in China called Audiotree, and so they thought it was like, okay, there's something happening with this artist, and then we hired their team to integrate the market, and they pitched us 2025 artists that they wanted to know if we were interested in working with them, and Zopepe was standing out to me.
Yeah.
There was this city pop, luxurious vibe to it that I really enjoyed, and this collaboration is like, I hold it very close to my heart for the symbolism and the meaning of the song. Also, that this is an artist that is so far away from where we started, and that we have similar inspirations, and we want to do the same things. There is something very full circle about it.
Yeah. And the song itself, is that also reminiscent of the idea that you're saying, or lyrically, is it alluding to different themes?
The song is about being curious and wanting to explore what's outside. And there's a very strong culture in Quebec of French music, and it's very encouraged. But what that creates is also this microcosm of French culture, and artists are not necessarily encouraged to go outside of this, call it a cultural barrier. And I have this curiosity, and this is what the song is about. And having the song been sung in Chinese, French, and English, I think is a great depiction of this curiosity.
Yeah, and it's a flex. That's pretty awesome. I can speak English and like Pig Latin, but I don't think that counts. Dang, should we get into some other songs or something? right, so I'd like to open the floor to my friend Mark over here. I'm under the impression that you two have worked in very close collaboration to make this music. I'd love to learn more about your creative relationship and how the music comes about.
Sure. Actually, I DM'd Jordan back in I think it was 2015. And because I saw his covers and I was like, oh, that guy's pretty
weren't
cool.
that bad, huh?
Yeah. No, they were actually legit. They were really, really good. And I was like, oh, here's that, up and coming artist. I kind of wanted to do something with that. I liked his tone of voice, his universe, everything. So I dropped a DM. Little did I know it would bring me to China a couple years later.
Right.
But yeah, so we've been working really closely, trying to write or create a universe that would be interesting for us to explore, and it's been amazing. I consider myself very lucky to be able to do music with him on a daily basis.
Yeah.
If I may add to it, Mark has a really, really deep understanding of harmonical progressions and musical constructs. And I like to think that I'm better on the arrangement side of things. So when he creates chord, it's very, very easy for me to build arrangements and create songs over it. So I think we make a very good team.
No, I read something quite profound that you said once in an interview. You're saying that like Mark is able to build and release tension solely through choice of chords, which I never thought about. I always thought that was more of an arrangement thing. Is it always sticking to, okay, you'll structure the melody section, you'll structure the arrangement, or do you switch hats ever?
So usually how it goes is we'll write chords down, right, and try to build some kind of a track, some kind of a structure, and try to find interesting textures, interesting colors, interesting tensions, and resolve in there as well. And we usually go off of that. So we'll sit down, we'll just jam a couple chords out. That's always a fun part of the creative process. Is like we're just sitting down, and he's like, okay, Mark, I need a chorus. So I pitch in a couple ideas. He's like, cool, got it. Now I need a verse. I was like, okay, cool. And so we kind of go back and forth, and then he'll pitch in. He goes, oh, what about that chord? Or what about this? Or what about that color? Or whatever. So we usually start with the chords, and then we quickly move on to structure. Then everything, arrangement, melodies come in. That Jordan is really, really, really good at that. He'll... I kind of get lost sometimes in the chords and where to go or whatever, and he's super structured, and it's really a symbiotic relationship in there because I don't really know where to go after that. He's like, no, we got it. Just move on to the verse and then move on to the bridge, and then we kind of build off of that. So it's always interesting to be able to do that with him.
Because all this happens at a cottage with our cell phones turned off in front of it, like a river with it.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Where's this cottage?
Montreal.
Montreal,
specifically at La Conception Station.
La Conception Station. We rented so there's new songs coming. Yeah, and so we just rented out some kind of a cottage near a river. I brought literally pretty much all my synths, everything I could. It was packed to the brim, and we just laid everything out, and just for a whole week, just vibed. It was amazing. Going for walks and just trying to just kind of melt in that environment a little bit and just let ourselves be creative and free, fluid.
And petting the elks.
Yeah.
You pet elks?
Yeah. I don't know. They were there.
Gosh.
We're like, yeah, man. If I see some animals,
you gotta say what's up.
Oh man, I gotta go.
Well, you guys lock in first, and then they kind of caught your vibe, and they're like, all right, you can pet me.
Well, the definition of connection is this guy around animals.
Well, to be fair, I bribed them with grass.
Okay,
Is
but
how I
still,
got my way around things.
I feel like elk encounter grass a lot. A nice guy like yourself
Of
holding the grass. Fire an elk, maybe I don't want to,
Yeah.
elk. And then take it to the rest of the band. How did we build out these, essentially bedroom pop sounds, cottage pop, elk pop sounds into elk pop?
That's dope.
Let's shop that. I like that.
For sure.
How did we turn this into a live performance? How do you guys come into this story?
Oh well, we'll build an Ableton session. That's
Start with the
He's a very technical guy.
Yeah, I'm the technical guy. Yeah. And we build a rig, and we just jam the songs. We relearn all those progressions again and again.
Yeah.
Because we forget them all the time.
Yeah. So at some point, we had to tour the States, right? And so we were me and Jordan trying to find bandmates. And we came upon Louis through like an artist in Montreal, Virginie B. And he was a bassist for Virginie. And Jordan really liked one of their songs, and he was like, "Oh goddamn, who's playing bass on that?" Right?
I heard her on the radio, and the same day there was a show. I went there. I met Louis.
That's
Easy.
it. And then Louis came with us during that first tour we did in the States in 2022, and it's been going great right after that. And then Simon is just
It's a new one
right now coming in.
He just came in.
Just came in for that tour.
It's a great show.
Yeah, exactly.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I was also reading that you've been to multiple artist retreats, which I found intriguing. Is it ever challenging to be amongst maybe a multitude of people that consider themselves the main artist and try to creatively collaborate?
Well, it actually doesn't happen exactly like that because with most of the camps that I've done, actually not most, all of them, everybody had a specific role. Today you're producing, today you're a top liner, today you're the artist. So the artist, the person labeled artist, generally has the artistic direction over the production and makes some, snap decisions about, okay, we have a limited set of time and then we got to take it further, And when everybody's on board, okay, we go through, but it never happened that there were like 4 artists, like whose song is this going to be? So it's usually pretty fluid. I love doing them.
Did you enjoy a specific position that you didn't expect that you would?
I really like being a bassist station player, but when I'm assigned artist, I'm just there to chill and connect with the people I've been assigned to and making decisions and taking it further. It's like, it's a lot of energy to, to contribute. And I find myself a little surprised by that when it happens. I like when somebody takes the directions because I usually am the one doing, for my songs, taking these directions. So, change of pace would be nice from time to time, but I love it no matter what because this is really the kind of situation where music comes to life and becomes very real, very real. You connect with these people and you can't just show up and start working on songs. You gotta where are you from? What
what's
have
your
you
story?
been through? And this, the middle ground between your sphere and their spheres is where you're going to create the music, and so connecting with them is super important, and I like that part so much.
Finding the middle ground.
Absolutely.
Food for thought. I like that. Shall we close this guy out? Do a couple more?
Au carrefour de ta forme, martelant sa poésie si fort. C'est l'autre vie dans la sève, la conscience qui s'achève. Ta vision, auditeur de ta prison. Et quand tu briseras ta cage, on ira à la fois, on tournera la page et tu serreras mon corps. On partira à la nage, on aura la mer à voir. Tu manques pas de courage, alors viens jouer dehors. Je te cripouillerai des cœurs te fasse moins peur. Ça t'empêche de rire, c'est une pause de vie. Témoin de ta vision, auditeur de ta prison. Et quand tu briseras ta carte, on ira à la fois, on tournera la page et tu serreras mon corps. On partira à la main, on aura la mer un peu. Tu manques pas de courage, alors viens jouer dehors. Du jag rapporter sin tjän, jag om en tryan fan. Så jag det chant och kajsju, ni har dig till jag njuva. Ni chans kan komma hemma, känner vad det skall vara. Jag var kantan i det jag kan, alla finns i det, alla finns i det. wish I could say you're not the one, 'cause you're far from here, anywhere in you. I wish I could make the past undone, but it's far from here, anywhere in here. Baby, tell me why I forget everything when I'm around you. Yeah. Baby, tell me why I won't get anything. But from here on out, there will be nothing to wait at. If all we got is now, I'll remember till I
Thank you, Audiotree, for having us. It's been an absolute pleasure.
When I don't know how I feel, I need help to tell what's you. Putting words on my concerns. How else should I learn? Baby, tell me why I forget everything when I'm around you. Baby, tell me why I won't get anything.
Thank you so much.
Yeah! That's how you close out a freaking Audiotree set. Jordan, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yes, of course, of course. Thank you so much to our crew for getting this done and capturing this. And thank you for watching. By the time you are watching this, it's already on all streaming services. So Spotify, Apple Music, you name it, they're there. My name is Fingy. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you next time. Peace.